Hello guys, welcome to MIHU Academy. Today we are going to discuss about concord, which is subject and verb agreement. So let us see what a verb is. Basically, it has two definitions. A verb can be an action or a state of being. When a verb describes the action, we call it as main verb. When a verb shows the state in which the person is or a subject is, then we call it as auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is again of three types: linking, helping, and modals. Let us see what all each one of these means. Linking verb. When there is no main verb in a sentence, then this auxiliary verb is called as linking verb. For example, he is an honest person. Generally, when it comes to verb, we try to find words like reading, dancing, shooting, or some words like this type. But do you find any of such words in this sentence? No. But still, we have a verb here, which is is. Is linking the person and what type of person he is. That is the quality of that person. So is referred to as linking verb. Coming to the helping word, when there is a main verb in a sentence, the auxiliary verb is termed as helping verb. For example, he is reading a book. What is the verb here? Reading. But still we are using is. What is it doing? It is helping the main verb, which is reading, to link he and the action reading a book. So in this sentence, it is helping the main verb. That is why we call this auxiliary verb as helping verb. Coming to the modals, it is nothing but another kind of auxiliary verb which is used to express ability, possibility, permission, or obligation. Generally used modals in our daily language are must, should, have to, need to, ought to, and has to. There are modals, but these are more generally used. When it comes to a sentence, we see three things: subject, verb, object. We have seen what is a verb and what are the different types of verbs. Now, the subject and verb agreement deals with subject and the verb. So here the basic rule that we need to remember is, if the subject is singular, then the verb is also singular. If the subject is plural, verb is also plural. But what this subject is actually about, and how do we differentiate subject and object in a sentence? So let us know what subject is. So subject is something that is given primary importance in the sentence. It may be a noun or a pronoun, which is basically doing the action. In the previous example, we have seen that a person is reading a book. Who is doing the action? Person. So that person is subject. And the object is something that is given secondary importance. It can also be a noun or a pronoun. It is the receiver of the action. So in the previous sentence, a person was reading a book. What was the action? Reading. What is receiving that action? A book is being read by that person. So a book is receiving that action. Here the book is an object and the person is a subject. In the subject and verb agreement, we concentrate only on the subject and the verb. And there, if it is a singular, then the verb is singular. If it is a plural, then the verb is also plural. How do we come to know if the verb is singular or plural? So, in the words, if you see s, es, or ies prefix, then that verb is said to be singular. Otherwise, it is plural. For example, consider the verb try. Do we see any S or ES or IES here? No. Coming to tries, there is IES at the end. So this is singular. Try is plural. And also note that I and you are always plural. So verb is always plural. So the first rule in the subject-verb agreement is eliminating the middleman. To understand this concept, let us look at few examples. Coming to the first example, a bunch of flowers dash presented to the chief guest. So what are the nouns in this sentence? Otherwise, what are the subjects in this sentence? A bunch and also flowers. We have two subjects here. So based on which subject we have to fill the blank, that is what is the concept is going to tell us. So we have two subjects, a bunch and flowers. If we give importance to a bunch, then the verb is going to be singular and we fill was in the blank. If we consider flowers and give more importance to it, then the blank is going to be filled with were. But the question here is which subject to consider. So apply eliminating the middleman rule. This rule says that anything that is in between the first subject and verb, eliminate it. So what is coming between the subject and blank, which is verb here? Flowers. So eliminate flowers. What is left over? A bunch. Is this singular or plural? Singular. Generally we use a and an to represent singular. So a bunch, singular. So what is the blank here? Was. A bunch of flowers was presented to the chief guest. Don't get confused with flowers. Generally we attempt to write a bunch of flowers were presented to the chief guest and also it looks correct. But follow the rules and blindly follow the rules. Though it makes sense to you or not, follow the rules. A bunch of flowers was presented to the chief guest. Let us see one more example. That building of houses dash beautiful. What are the subjects here? Building and houses. And applying the rule, eliminate houses. What is left over? Building, which is singular. And what is the blank here? Is. That building of houses is beautiful. Let us see few more examples. Smoking is injurious to health. To smoke is injurious to health. So here, what is injurious to health? Smoking. So the answer to our question is smoking. Therefore, smoking is noun here. To smoke is injurious to health. What is injurious to health? To smoke. To smoke is not an action here. It is a noun. So when a verb is combined with ing form, we call it as gerund. But here we see something that is with the preposition T. So the kind of words that come with a 2 plus verb form are said to be nouns. And these are called as infinitive. So what do we need to remember? Gerund and infinitive. These two appear to be verbs, but these are nouns. So she likes teaching. Here teaching is verb. She likes to teach. To teach is noun here. He is dancing. What is he doing? He is dancing. I am teaching. What am I doing? I am teaching. They are smoking. Smoking. So here teaching, dancing, and smoking are verbs, not nouns. These are not gerunds because these are actions done by that person. And to teach is noun because it is something that the person likes. Coming to a few other examples to understand this concept well. The first example is Ram as well as his friends dash to the party. So, what are the two nouns here? Ram and friends. Ram is singular, his friends plural. Applying the eliminating middleman concept, what is eliminated here? His friends. And what is left over? Ram. Ram is singular, so go and goes. Which one is singular here? Goes, because it has the S letter in this, which is singular as we discussed earlier. So goes is singular. Ram as well as his friends goes to the party. Here we see the word as well as. So there is a rule. If you see the words as well as, along with, together with, in addition to, accompanied by, besides, give importance to the first subject. This is nothing but eliminating the middleman concept itself, but whenever you see these words, do not get confused and give importance only to the first subject as you always do in the eliminating the middleman concept. Coming to the next example, the students along with their teacher dash to solve the problem. What are the two subjects here? Students and teacher. Students is plural, teacher is singular. So what is to be filled in the blank? Try or tries? Try is plural, tries is singular. Eliminating the middleman. Here the middleman is teacher. Eliminated. The students along with their teacher try to solve the problem. Students is plural, so we fill the blank with plural try. Next example, India dash won the match. So here, can a country play a match and win the match? No, right? So in this sentence, India represents the players of India, which is plural. So fill the blank with plural. India have won the match. Australia dashed the match by runs. Sorry, 5 runs. It should be 5 runs. So Australia dashed the match by 5 runs. Australia here represents the players of Australia or the team representing Australia. So Australia plural, win plural. Australia won the match by 5 runs. The English dash football. So whenever we see a language accompanied with the, it represents the people of that country. The English here represents the people of some other country. May it be British or someone else. So the English dash football. The English is people of some country. People plural. So the English play football. A pair of scissors dash broken. Here we see two terms, a pair and scissors. Actually, there are few words which are always written in plural form, such as scissors, goggles, and pants, trousers, shorts, binoculars. So these are always written as plural. We don't see a word like scissor or pant or trouser or goggle or short. We use them in our daily life, but they are not the correct form of usage. So the scissors is always plural. So we see a pair of scissors. A pair is the first subject, scissors is the second subject. Applying the middleman concept, eliminate scissors. What is left over? A pair. A and an are generally used to represent singular countable nouns. So a pair is singular. What do we fill the blank with? Is. A pair of scissors is broken. Next we have two examples. Try to fill them. One of the books dash missing. Two of the books dash missing. Coming to the first sentence, one of the books missing. So try to fill it with is or are. What do you think the blank for the first one? Okay, let me explain. Here one and books are two subjects. One is singular. It is also a noun. Books is a noun which is plural. Eliminate it. What is left over? One. Singular noun. So the blank must be filled with a singular verb. The answer is. One of the books is missing. Coming to the second example, two of the books dash missing. What are the two nouns or subjects here? Two is the first subject, books is the second subject. Two is plural, books is also plural. Eliminating the middleman, which is books, what are we left over with? Two. Two is plural. So the blank must be filled with plural. Are. Two of the books are missing.